energy, circulation, and performance naturally. And today, I'm about to share something most people never hear in medical school. Because what if I told you the type of water you drink can matter just as much as the amount you drink? What if your hydration could be upgraded, not just to stop thirst, but to energize your cells, improve blood flow, and even reignite the power you thought you'd lost? Sounds crazy, right? But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll never look at a simple glass of water the same way again. In fact, you're going to learn how adding one small thing, a forgotten mineral, can turn your hydration into a natural blood flow booster. Something that supports energy, stamina, and performance without pills, stimulants, or side effects. So don't skip ahead. The most important part comes near the end, where I show you exactly how to do this step by step. And before we jump in, hit that like button, subscribe if you're new here, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. I love hearing from men all across the United States and around the world who are taking control of their health. All right, gentlemen, grab your glass of water, because after today, you're never going to drink it plain again. Let's be honest for a second. Most men think hydration is easy. You feel thirsty. You drink water. End of story, right? Not quite. After 60, your body shifts in ways that make just drink more water far more complicated than it used to be. And I want to explain this in a simple way, because this is where most people misunderstand what's really happening. First, your thirst signals get weaker. As you get older, the brain's ability to recognize dehydration slows down. You might feel perfectly fine, but deep inside, your cells are quietly begging for support. You stop receiving those strong "I'm thirsty" alerts. So naturally you drink less. And even when you do drink, your body doesn't always use that water correctly. Second, your kidneys and digestion lose efficiency. Your kidneys are responsible for managing water and minerals, but they aren't as precise at balancing electrolytes anymore. Sometimes they flush water out too fast. Other times, they hold on to too much sodium. Either way, your system starts drifting out of balance. Third, and this is the big one, your cells lose their ability to hold on to water. This part is massive. The outer layer of every cell, called the membrane, depends on minerals to maintain its electrical charge. Without that charge, your body can't pull water inside the cells the way it's supposed to. So even if you're drinking plenty of water, you can still be dehydrated at the cellular level. It's like watering dry soil that no longer has nutrients. The water hits the surface, but it doesn't soak in, it just runs off. On paper, your hydration looks fine, but inside, your cells are gasping, not for more water, but for electricity, for minerals, for life. And that's when the symptoms start creeping in. Fatigue, brain fog, dry skin, stiff joints, slow recovery after exercise, and even poor circulation down there. Because make no mistake, dehydration isn't only about thirst, it's about blood flow. When your cells can't hold water, your blood becomes thicker, slower, more resistant. That means less oxygen delivery, fewer nutrients reaching your tissues, and lower performance in every system, your heart, your brain, and yes, your masculinity. So here's the hidden truth. You can drink 8 glasses of water a day and still be functionally dehydrated. Because your body doesn't only need water, it needs electrical hydration. Hydration that reaches every cell, every vessel, and every nerve. Now before we get to how you fix this, I want you to pause and think for a moment. When was the last time you felt truly hydrated? I'm talking about that clear-headed, energized, light on your feet feeling, the kind that makes you feel younger than your age. If it's been a long time, don't panic. What you're missing isn't youth. It's minerals, because minerals are the spark that transforms ordinary water into living water. And in the next section, I'm going to show you how this works and why every man over 60 needs this electrical charge to stay strong, focused, and full of life. All right, gentlemen, let's go a layer deeper. Nothing too complicated, just enough so you truly understand what's going on. Think of your body like a high-performance engine. Water is the fuel, but minerals are the spark plugs. Without spark plugs, the fuel can't ignite. The engine can't fire, and no matter how much water you pour in, it won't create power. It just sits there, unused. Every thought you have, every heartbeat, every muscle movement depends on tiny electrical signals moving through your body. And here's the key. Those electrical signals only work when minerals are present. Your cells communicate using voltage. Minerals like magnesium, sodium, potassium, and zinc carry the charge that makes that voltage possible. When that charge drops, your internal communication system starts glitching, like a weak Wi-Fi signal inside your own body. That's when things start to feel off. Your energy fades, your focus slips, your muscles stay tight, and your blood vessels, the highways of circulation, start to stiffen and narrow. This isn't just getting older. This is disconnection. Your cells aren't communicating smoothly anymore because they've lost their language. And that language is electricity. Now here's the part most men never hear from their doctor. Plain water contains 0 minerals and almost 0 conductivity. That means it can hydrate the surface, but it doesn't recharge your internal battery. When you were younger, you got more minerals from food, and your gut absorbed them better. But after 50, digestion slows down, absorption drops, and the same glass of water that once refreshed you now feels like it doesn't do much at all. And clinical research supports this. According to research from the National Institutes of Health and the Mayo Clinic, magnesium and potassium deficiencies rise sharply after 50, especially in men. Those same deficiencies are associated with fatigue, high blood pressure, muscle weakness, and reduced blood flow. So what's the solution? You put the spark back into your water. When you add the right minerals, even in tiny amounts, your hydration becomes functional. Water can finally move into your cells. Circulation begins to open. Energy becomes steadier. Your mind becomes clearer. And you start feeling that smooth current of life moving through you again. This is what I call electrical hydration. It's the difference between simply drinking water and being powered from the inside out. And the best part? It's easier than you think, because nature already designed 4 key minerals that can flip that internal switch back on. Each one has a unique purpose: relaxation, balance, communication, and hormone protection. Together, they create what I like to call the circulation code. So let's break them down one at a time, starting with the single most powerful mineral for men over 60. The one that can literally relax your arteries and restore flow throughout your entire body. If there's one mineral every man over 60 should know like his own name, it's magnesium. I call magnesium the relaxation mineral. And once you understand what it does, you'll immediately see why so many men feel tense, restless, and worn out, even when they think they're doing everything right. Here's the truth. Your heart, your blood vessels, and your muscles all depend on magnesium to let go, to relax after every contraction, to recover after every beat. Calcium tells muscles to tighten, magnesium tells them to release. It's a perfect rhythm, tension and relaxation. But after 50, magnesium levels often drop. And when magnesium gets low, calcium takes the lead. Your arteries stay tighter, blood pressure rises, circulation slows down, and that tightness doesn't just show up in your shoulders, your neck, or your back. It shows up inside your blood vessels too. Imagine a garden hose that's always slightly pinched. Water still comes out, but it's not flowing freely. That's what low magnesium does to your circulation. And here's what research makes crystal clear. Studies from the Cleveland Clinic and NIH show that over 75% of men are deficient in magnesium. And that deficiency doesn't only affect the heart. It impacts your sleep, your energy, your mood, and yes, performance. Because when blood flow slows, everything slows. Magnesium is also involved in more than 300 vital processes in the body, from producing energy inside your cells to calming your nervous system. When you restore magnesium, things can shift faster than you expect. Sleep becomes deeper, muscles loosen, focus improves, and your circulation, the lifeline of vitality, starts turning back on again. So how do you fix it? Start small. Add magnesium directly into your water, but not the cheap form found in most multivitamins. Those barely absorb. You want magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate. They dissolve well, taste mild, and your body can actually use them. Here's what I recommend to my patients. Mix half a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate powder into your morning glass of water. Stir it thoroughly, drink it slowly, and take a few deep breaths as you do. You'll feel your body come online gently, calm, steady, but energized. Do this daily for 3 weeks, and you'll notice smoother mornings, clearer thinking, and stronger, steadier circulation where it matters most. Because when arteries relax, energy moves, your heart works with less strain, and your confidence, physical and emotional, starts returning. Magnesium is your quiet foundation. It doesn't scream, it doesn't hype. It simply restores what time has tightened. And once relaxation is back in your system, you're ready for the next essential mineral, the one that determines whether the water you drink actually stays inside your cells or just rushes right through you. Now that your blood vessels are relaxed and ready, let's talk about the mineral that decides whether hydration truly reaches your cells: sodium. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait, Doc, sodium? You mean salt? Isn't salt bad for blood pressure? Great question. But here's the truth most men never hear. Salt isn't the real problem. The wrong salt is the problem. The sodium in processed foods, canned soups, frozen meals, chips, packaged snacks, that's the enemy. It's refined, chemically altered, stripped of its companion minerals, and it throws your body off balance. That kind of sodium pulls water out of your cells, leaves you swollen, sluggish, and ironically, dehydrated. But natural sodium, found in unrefined sea salt or Himalayan pink salt, is completely different. It contains trace minerals like magnesium, potassium, and calcium that work together to help your body use water correctly. Think of sodium as the gatekeeper. It determines whether water enters your cells or stays outside. Without enough sodium, your hydration stays on the surface. Your body drinks the water, but the water never makes it into the cell, where the real magic actually happens. That's why so many men tell me, Dr. Ross, I drink water all day, but I still feel tired and thirsty. That isn't thirst. That's your cells starving for electrolytes. When sodium is too low, you lose the ability to hold on to water where it matters most. You pee it out, and your hydration is gone before your body ever gets to use it. So here's what I recommend. Every morning, take your large glass of water, the same one you mixed your magnesium into, and add a tiny pinch of natural salt. Literally just the tip of your pinky finger. You won't taste much, but your body will feel it. That pinch helps your cells absorb water more deeply. You'll stay hydrated longer, your energy feels steadier, and you stop getting those dizzy moments when you stand up too quickly. Mid-morning fatigue and brain fog start fading too. It's like tuning the electrical system of your body. That tiny trace of sodium flips the switch so hydration becomes active instead of passive. And no, you're not automatically spiking your blood pressure. In fact, studies from the Mayo Clinic and Harvard Health suggest that when natural sodium is balanced with magnesium and potassium, it can actually support blood pressure stability. So gentlemen, stop fearing real salt. Your body needs it. Your cells require it. Just keep it clean, unrefined, and controlled. Because sodium doesn't just help water enter your cells, it helps power them. Now that your water has its gatekeeper, it's time to meet the balancer. The mineral that keeps everything working in harmony, from heart rhythm to muscle control to smooth, steady blood flow. If magnesium is the relaxer and sodium is the gatekeeper, potassium is the balancer, the quiet force that keeps your entire system in sync. Every electrical signal in your body, your heartbeat, your nerve firing, your muscle control, depends on the delicate relationship between sodium and potassium. Too much sodium without potassium, and you become tense and overcharged. Too little sodium, and your energy collapses. Potassium is the mineral that levels the system. It calms the storm from the inside. And here's what most men don't realize. As you get older, potassium levels quietly drop. According to research from the National Institutes of Health, almost 90% of older adults don't get enough potassium from their diet. That imbalance plays a hidden role in high blood pressure, stiff arteries, and slow circulation. Here's a simple way to understand it. Sodium opens the gate for water to enter your cells. Potassium helps keep that water inside the cell, maintaining pressure and energy. Without enough potassium, your cells lose internal stability. Blood vessels tighten, the heart works harder, energy drains faster. But when potassium is restored, something incredible begins to happen. Arteries relax naturally. Blood pressure becomes more stable. Heart rhythm smooths out. You feel calm, steady, and alert, like your entire system finally released the tension it's been holding. So where do you get potassium? Yes, foods help: bananas, spinach, avocado, beetroot. But if you're over 60, diet alone often doesn't do the job, because absorption simply isn't as efficient as it used to be. That's why I recommend adding a potassium-rich electrolyte powder to your routine. Look for one that's low in sugar and high in minerals. Half a scoop in water after exercise or in the evening is ideal. Men who start doing this often tell me something like, "Doc, I feel steady again." They sleep better, muscles cramp less, heart rhythm feels smoother, and then they say it quietly, with a grin. Their nighttime circulation improves too. And that's no accident, because magnesium and potassium together keep blood vessels open and nerves firing cleanly. They're the duo that turns hydration into flow. When potassium is restored, you're not just drinking water. You're recharging the electrical grid inside your body. And that brings us to the final mineral, the one most directly tied to strength, drive, and the hormonal spark that defines a man at any age: zinc. Now we've arrived at the mineral with the most direct connection to your strength, stamina, and masculine drive: zinc. Most men barely think about it, but zinc is the commander of your hormone army. It regulates testosterone, supports your immune system, protects your prostate health. And without enough zinc, the engine of your body starts running on low power. And listen closely, testosterone isn't only about libido. Testosterone is life force. It impacts your mood, your drive, your motivation, your focus, and your recovery. And zinc is one of the sparks that keeps that fire alive. Here's what happens with age. Your gut absorbs less zinc. Your diet probably doesn't provide enough. And if you take heartburn medication or drink alcohol often, zinc drops even faster. That's why so many men over 60 feel slower, less motivated, and sometimes struggle with low drive even when everything looks normal in lab tests. Low zinc makes it harder for your body to produce testosterone efficiently. It also weakens prostate function. And if you've noticed slower recovery, weaker immunity, or that flat, drained feeling in the morning, zinc may be part of the missing piece. But the good news is this: you can restore it, and you'll feel it quicker than you'd expect. Forget heavy zinc tablets that upset your stomach and barely absorb. Instead, use liquid zinc drops. They're clean, gentle, and absorb quickly. Just add a few drops into your midday glass of water. It tastes mild, but the impact is powerful. Over the next few weeks, your focus sharpens, your energy stays consistent, and that quiet masculine spark starts showing up again. And zinc isn't only for hormones. It strengthens immune defense, something that becomes crucial after 60 when natural protection can decline. It supports healing, repair, and faster recovery from infections. So when you add zinc, you're not just supporting hydration, you're rebuilding drive. And when you combine zinc with magnesium, sodium, and potassium, you've restored the 4 pillars of hydration and vitality. But now, you may be wondering, how do you actually put all of this together without complicated routines or fancy supplement stacks? That's exactly what we're going to cover next. A simple 3-step mineral hydration plan that takes less than 5 minutes a day, yet can completely upgrade your energy, focus, and performance. All right, gentlemen, let's turn this into something practical, because information doesn't matter unless it becomes action, and this action, done daily, can completely shift how your body feels and functions. I call this the 3-step mineral hydration plan. It takes less than 5 minutes. No pills, no confusing routines, just upgraded water. Step 1, the morning blood flow kickstart. Right after you wake up, before coffee, fill a large glass of water, add half a teaspoon of magnesium glycinate, and add a tiny pinch of Himalayan salt or natural sea salt. Stir slowly, take a breath, and drink it with intention. As it goes down, your blood vessels begin to open, your muscles unclench, your body wakes up smoothly, not with caffeine jitters, but with calm, steady energy. Do this every morning for 3 weeks, and you'll start noticing the difference. Mornings feel lighter. Your focus becomes sharper, your circulation feels steadier, everywhere. Step 2, midday hormone and immune support. Around lunchtime, before the afternoon crash hits, pour another glass of water. Add a few drops of liquid zinc. That becomes your midday charge. It helps keep testosterone steady, supports your energy, balances mood, and strengthens immune defenses through the day. No crash, no fog. Just stable, grounded energy for the second half of your day. It's like pressing the reset button inside your system. Step 3. Evening circulation rebalance. After dinner or after your workout, finish the day with another tall glass of water. Mix in half a scoop of potassium-rich electrolyte powder. Low sugar, high minerals. This restores electrolyte balance, helps your heart rate settle, supports blood pressure stability, and relaxes your muscles so you can sleep deeply. Many men tell me they wake up the next day feeling refreshed. Not heavy, not groggy, just alive. 3 steps: morning magnesium plus salt, midday zinc, evening potassium. That's it. Simple, practical, powerful. You're not overhauling your diet. You're not taking handfuls of supplements. You're simply transforming your water. And here's the best part. The results build week after week. Each week you feel a little more charged. Circulation improves. Energy becomes more reliable. Focus becomes easier to hold. By week 3, many men start noticing things they thought were gone. That smooth confidence in their step, that steady strength in the morning, that stamina that used to define them. Because this isn't only hydration anymore. This is restoration. This is your cells communicating again. This is your body remembering how to feel powerful. And in the next part, we're going to talk about the real-life results you can expect when this becomes your routine, and how this one habit can push back against the slow pull of aging itself. Let's talk about what happens when you actually stay consistent, because the results show up quietly, not overnight, but steadily, in ways you can feel. During the first week, you'll notice you don't wake up feeling as dry or heavy. Your mind feels clearer. Those first steps out of bed feel easier, and that fog that usually takes hours to lift, it starts disappearing sooner. By week 2, your energy becomes steadier across the entire day. That mid-afternoon slump, that craving for more coffee, it fades. You stay sharper from morning to night, not overstimulated, just awake and alive. By week 3, blood flow feels smoother, skin looks fresher, sleep gets deeper, recovery speeds up after workouts or long days. And for many men, circulation down there improves too. That morning strength you thought had faded starts making a return. Now let's be real. Aging is natural, but decline is optional. Most of what people call aging is really depletion. Your body running low on the minerals and signals that keep everything connected. When you restore that balance, the system wakes up. You're not reversing time. You're simply letting your body do what it was always designed to do. Your heart pumps with less strain. Your brain focuses with less noise. Your muscles relax instead of locking up. Even your mood balances out. Less anxious, more grounded, more present. Because when your cells are fully charged, your whole body feels safe again. That's when vitality returns. That's when confidence returns too. Not from ego, but from calm, physical certainty. And something else happens. Something no supplement bottle can truly give you. Clarity. You begin hearing what your body has been whispering for years. Hydration isn't about stopping thirst. Hydration is about communication. Every mineral you drink sends a message to your heart, nerves, and hormones. And that message is simple. We're connected again. You'll realize you were never truly losing your power. You were running on a weak signal. These minerals strengthen that signal. They turn hydration into electricity, and electricity into life. So don't chase instant miracles. Look for gradual awakenings. The quiet kind where you catch yourself thinking, wow, I feel different today. Because real restoration doesn't happen in one dramatic moment. It happens through small, consistent choices. And now that you understand what your body can do, let's close with the most important part: how to make sure this transformation lasts. Because the key isn't just what you drink today, it's what you choose to keep doing day after day from here on out. So here's where it all comes together, gentlemen. You now understand the truth about hydration after 60. You've seen why plain water alone isn't enough anymore. And you've learned exactly how to give that water power again, using minerals that bring your cells back to life. Because real vitality doesn't come from expensive pills or quick fixes. It comes from connection, every cell working together, charged, balanced, and alive. Now think about your morning glass of water again. It's not just water anymore. It's a signal to your whole system. Wake up, flow, heal, perform. Magnesium helps you relax and open circulation. Sodium helps your cells absorb water deeply. Potassium balances heartbeat and nerve signals. And zinc protects your hormones, your prostate, and your masculine edge. 4 simple minerals. 3 easy steps. 1 powerful shift. You don't need to chase youth. You just need to restore the spark your body has been missing. Because even after 60, you're not running out of life. You're waking it back up. So here's what I want you to do. Tomorrow morning, pour your glass of water. Add your half teaspoon of magnesium glycinate. Add a pinch of real salt. Take a slow breath and drink it like a man taking back control of his health. Then keep going. Add your zinc at lunch. Add your potassium at night. Do it for 21 days, just 3 weeks. Watch what happens. Your energy will shift. You'll feel lighter, calmer, stronger. You'll start waking up before your alarm with purpose again. Because what you're doing isn't small. You're not just hydrating, you're recharging the current that powers your heart, your mind, and your masculinity. And when you bring that energy into your relationships, your partner, your family, your world, they'll feel it too. Gentlemen, aging doesn't mean shrinking. It means evolving. And when you master your hydration, you master that evolution. So if this message hit home for you, give this video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it with a friend who needs to hear it. Because real men lift each other up. And before you go, I want to know in the comments, which mineral are you adding to your water first? Magnesium for calm energy, zinc for strength and drive, potassium for balance, or maybe you're going all in with all 3? Tell me below. I read every single comment, and if you've got a question about your health, drop it there too. I'll be answering them in upcoming videos. Until next time, I'm Dr. Rachel Ross. Stay hydrated, stay strong, and remember, your best years aren't behind you, they're just beginning.